And then we don't move at all or talk. We just look like we're frozen.
Hi, I'm Chris Serino. You're supposed to say, and I'm Ryan Gresham.
Oh, I was trying to make the audience think that our video was frozen.
Frozen? You gotta have your mouth in a weird position, too.
Okay. And I'm Ryan Gresham. Welcome in to Gun Talk Live, the show where we discuss things of gun nature in a live format. It's Friday.
Yeah, go ahead and talk.
This is real. All right, so let's see. We are up. We are live. Let's see.
I just was trying to get to the comments page. I'm sorry.
I know. I was like clicking through here. All right. Facebook is happening. That's good. We got that going for us. And then we're going to see if YouTube. You got YouTube or Facebook?
I don't know how to do YouTube, so I always do Facebook.
All right. Fine. Fine, Chris. Fine.
Sorry. So we've got a lot of exciting news, and we're going to start talking about it a little bit, but we're waiting for everybody to start watching.
So this is like you got to go live, then YouTube and Facebook notify people that you are live. And so then we like to give you, a good 30 seconds to a minute of everybody to kind of welcome you in, get things going here. I'm not seeing it on YouTube unless I'm YouTube challenged.
That's why I don't do YouTube. I just do the Facebook stuff. I watch for comments. So if you're out there and you're watching, let's see some comments. We've already got some viewers coming up. I can see that.
It's a point that, you guys are part of the show. When we do this live, that's the whole point. Otherwise, we would just record this. But we want to hear your comments and make this a conversation between all of us. It's like we're all sitting in a room talking about gun stuff.
So as I see the comments come up, I usually just click on them so that you know that I'm looking at them. I'm looking at the viewers. The viewers are coming up a little bit here. And there's so much to share, and we're going to talk a little bit about one of the important things today is going to be first-person defender. We're going to be casting for first-person defender, and we're going to start filming here early fall, late summer.
Yeah, something like that. So it looks like YouTube is up and running finally. Okay, here we go. Bill, good to be here. All right, welcome in, everybody. Yeah, this is Gun Talk Live. This Gun Talk Live is brought to you by Sky Firearms, engineered for every day, and Timney Triggers, the world's finest triggers. Sky, American-made, made in-house with premium components, ultra-concealable personal protection at an affordable price. That's what they're all about. The DVG-1 is a slim, lightweight striker-fired 9mm with 10+1 capacity. Both the DVG and the CPX come in red dot ready models in a variety of colors. SCCY.com is where you go see more on that. Springfield Armory, the Emissary is now available in a 4.25-inch 9mm. Emissary is kind of a compact EDC dimension.
I really like that gun,
but
too.
A custom 1911 type of thing. Man, it's cool. Tritium in luminescent front sight. Tactical rack U-dot rear sight. How do you like U-dot? Or not U-dot. U rear sight.
Yeah, that's how I prefer them. I like it with a bright front dot, but I'm still looking at the bodies. It's just I like the U.
The U kind of gives you a little bit more daylight.
Well, and you can check your sights, depending on what gun you have. You lay the dot in the U because when you can't see the bodies of the sights, because I can't see very good anymore, I can't see crisp sights.
Yeah.
So I just put the dot in there, and I usually do okay.
So it has that. So check it out, springfield-armory.com, the Emissary. Timney Triggers, the Alpha Competition Series for Smith & Wesson M&Ps. I'm going to talk about this. I was just out at Timney this week in Arizona, shot the M&P. I shot it on a regular M&P, and I shot their M&P trigger on a performance center. Man.
Well,
so nice.
Since I did the install video for Timney, for us, about the Timney trigger, I've had several friends buy them, and everybody likes them. And I knew it. I knew it was going to be good.
3-pound pull weight, crisp trigger break, Teflon nickel sear, and safety plunger, so it kind of eliminates the friction and makes it just that much buttery smooth. It's compatible with both Gen 1 and M2.0 versions. Easy to install, no gunsmith needed, timneytriggers.com. Sig Sauer, the P322 at Sig, is their first U.S. designed and manufactured .22 pistol, 20+1 capacity. It's Pretty cool. Optics ready?
I've already had friends buy that.
Have you?
Yeah, as soon as they saw the videos.
We were both shooting at the range, and the more we shot it, the more we liked it.
Yeah, I think I like it way better than any of the 22 pistols I have right now. And I have a lot.
That's saying something. So, SigSauer.com. And then Ruger. Ruger's LCP Max offers 10+1 rounds in the same footprint as a Ruger LCP2. So it fits in a pocket holster. Also, you can get an accessory extended mag that'll be 12 rounds, which is pretty cool. It's a 380. It's lightweight. It's compact. Features reversible mag release. And you can see that at Ruger.com. And we have a new giveaway going on, the guntalk.com/win. It's the Gun Talk's Carry Away giveaway. Now, through the end of the month, one grand prize winner will receive the Taurus G3 XL and a $100 gift certificate to DeSantis Gun Hide. And another grand prize winner will receive the Taurus Defender 605 and a $100 gift certificate to DeSantis Gun Hide. 8 first prize winners will get a $100 DeSantis Gun Hide gift certificate. Go to guntalk.com/win to enter. Jody says, love my Sky CPX2. Did they fix the trigger pull on the updated versions? I'm not sure.
The trigger is still heavy.
It's a heavy trigger.
The trigger is still heavy, but they did change the trigger. They clocked it to the rear so that you don't have as far to reach for it, and they put a metal trigger in it as well.
There you go. That's the update on that. So yeah, First Person Defender is our show where we take regular people and put them into self-defense scenarios. Chris, we've done, 10 seasons of this show now, and it's kind of one of the most popular things that we put out as far as viewership goes on like YouTube and stuff.
Yeah, I tell people all the time, I get more comments when people come up and talk to me like at NRA or SHOT Show. They talk about First Person Defender more than they talk about Top Shot. They're like, man, I love that show you guys do.
So if somebody goes, what would it be like? What am I going to experience if I was to come on to the show? What are they going to... Yeah.
Adrenaline and fear and laughter. People are always a little bit afraid, and you should be. I mean, you're going into a situation that's going to be tense, uncertain, and rapidly evolving, just like real life. But they always have fun. They always learn something. And heck, we just ran into a guy at Jazz Fest, you and I.
That's right.
We ran into one of the guys that was on First Person Defender. He's like, oh, man, and I still think about this, and I still play that over in my mind, and it's amazing.
Yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, and we're shooting a TV show, so it's kind of a balance of it's kind of fun. You get to do the being on the TV show part, but you do get to run through these scenarios. They really don't know what's going to happen. So, like we said, we really are trying to create that adrenaline dump, that real life, holy crap moment for you. And
there's a lot of downtime because of the production of it, but we're always having fun. We're always talking. And I know there's a lot of people that want to be on the show. Well, I know Jeremy's out there listening, and I'm watching these names pop up, and you folks that are out there watching, email me at chris@guntalk.com. If you're interested, and I know you, if I don't know you, we still got to go through the vetting process. But if I know you, you've already been vetted, especially if you've been trained by me.
Yeah,
but
that's a good point. If you've trained, so it's all walks, right? So you could have zero training.
Yeah.
You could be super trained up. We like to get a variety of skills on the show.
Yeah, and we have people that have never done force on force before. So it's always a big deal. And you just have to have your CCW permit. You have to have a concealed weapons permit for us, right?
Well, I actually, we've had people on the show that didn't have that, but we'll try to tailor it to you. If you are someone who carries every day, we'll probably tailor the scenario to that. If you're someone who doesn't carry, we'll see.
Yeah, so email me, chris@guntalk.com. Send me an email. I know guys are going to be out there watching this. I'm sure Gibb's going to be watching. Tony's out there. You guys all said you want to be on this show. Now's your opportunity because we're casting and we're looking for people, and I think we're going to be filming 10 or 11. 11
a
episodes
bunch this year. And Luke Capria You guys may know Luke because he chimes in. He's a big commenter on YouTube. But Luke was on the show, and actually his episode, Luke, I don't know, man, you're a star. Your episode's got more than 1 million views. And but he says, make more time to be there than you think. Allow a week if you'll have the time. Because if you could stay a little extra time, I mean, even if it's just the whole day or maybe in the following day, if we're filming several episodes, you may have an opportunity to be in another scenario where you're not necessarily the good guy.
The people that come in for just a short time or a half day, they're usually disappointed that they didn't get to stick around for the whole day. They make plans or they're jetting out. So you can be role players, you can stick around, you can help us out with the next one, or you can be in yours and then you help us out in the next one, or you can help us and then be in the next one. So it's like, it's a busy day. It's a long day of filming. We get a lot done in it. You can have a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun. And there is definitely some learning that takes place. I try to tell people, I'm like, it's not like you're going through a training class because we are shooting an episode of TV, but you do absolutely learn things. It's amazing how going through a scenario that may take a minute or less, and then doing a half hour of training and then running another scenario, how much learning that can take place, and it stays with you for years because the force on force stuff, it really marinates in your brain. It really is one of those like, man, you replay it. Think about if you've ever been in an intense situation, like you got in a fight, or you almost got in a fight, or you were a victim of some sort of crime. You play it over and over and over.
Look who it is.
Oh. We're open to anybody, Roy.
Roy will have you in a heartbeat, man.
Heck yeah, dude.
You can come down and stay. I'll even let you stay with me.
The Sereno, Hotel Sereno.
Shea Sereno.
Shea Sereno. Or no, it's the CC Ranch, right?
It is the Double C Ranch.
Double C Ranch, yeah. So yeah, if you guys are interested in it, info@guntalk.com or chris@guntalk.com. Send us your information and we'll start that process, but we're going to need to find a bunch of people there. We also have, I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag yet, but we have another show.
There's nothing quite as fun as a sack full of kittens and a hammer.
Oh, jeez. It's Friday. Separately. They're not together, but yeah. So we have another show that we're going to be casting for. So be on the lookout. We're going to be looking for some people to come down to South Louisiana.
That is a cat in a bag. And that is something you're going to be wanting to watch out for.
We'll be letting the cat out of the bag on that one soon. So we've been filming with a lot of different people this week. I was with the guys at POF out in Phoenix, Arizona. They make really nice stuff.
And did you have a nice talk with Cody?
Yes.
It was good.
Great. Great people.
POF is highly under advertised.
Yes.
They make really cool things. Like I have always loved their stuff. I didn't have any of their guns until just last year because I was working with Frank and Frank got killed, and then I ran into Cody and I said, man, Cody, they make a sub 6 pound 308 AR.
Well, that's one of their big claims to fame is it's an AR-10, and I almost hesitate to call it an AR-10, but it's not. It's a 308.
It's an AR-15. That's a 308.
I mean, you hold the bolt carry groups, and they're like it's a AR-15 sized BCG.
The only way you can tell the difference when they're in a rack is by handling them and looking at the mag well, because the mag well is obviously a 308.
But they did some really brilliant engineering, and you mentioned Frank DeSoma is the founder creator. He died in a car accident a couple years ago, but just one of these brilliant minds as far as engineering and gun design goes. And his son Cody is carrying on that tradition, and actually his wife as well. His wife is involved in the company, but Cody, I think, is a similar kind of guy who is a true gun guy and understands the manufacturing process and the design. So we were with POF covering some stuff for Guns and Gear, and then we were with Timney Triggers. And Chris, you want to talk about an impressive manufacturing facility.
I have never been to Timney. I would love to.
You could eat off the floor in that place.
Well, that's the way a real machine shop is.
And one of the other things is interesting is you go out there and it's full of machines, CNC and EDM, wire cutters.
The
And
EDM stuff is neat, isn't it?
It's so neat.
I mean, it's
there's not a lot of people there because they really have leaned into what these machines can do. But it's like very few people in the manufacturing, but then every single trigger is hand assembled and hand tested. Every single one of them that goes out the door. And so and then you have the very, very hands-on process of the QC side of things.
Sure.
It's very cool.
Yeah, well, Timney makes great products. The stuff they're doing with the handguns is amazing. If you haven't experienced it, listen, I've only experienced it in Smith & Wesson guns. So I can tell you this, that I would put one in my Smith & Wesson in a heartbeat. It's impressive.
Yeah, so and then now they've got the handgun ones, which is great.
So first person defender, make sure you email us either, if you know me or if you're interested, Chris@guntalk.com, info@guntalk.com if you're just kind of throwing out a request. We look at them all. Timney Triggers, POF, doing great things. Did you get to touch any of their 22 guns while you were out there? Because they made a really
POF?
cool, yeah.
We didn't. We kind of messed with one, but we didn't do a whole lot.
Okay.
We were kind of focused on the 308s and other stuff I can't talk about. That's all I can say.
So,
but cool.
We had Surefire in the studio today.
Yeah,
and
we did.
We have a couple of their examples here on the bench, and I was not excited to hear that they had a new line because I could care less.
The turbo.
Because I have flashlights. I mean, they're almost all 1,000 lumens now.
And you were like, whatever, I don't get it. But then we kind of had to start talking to them.
Well, I read all the stuff online, and then we talked to them.
Yeah.
And what did you learn today?
Well, I kind of had, I guess, a similar going, well, okay, so the turbo lights. They've had turbo lights in their lineup for quite a while, but these are the latest turbo, and the whole idea behind turbo is higher candela to throw a beam to farther distances. And I won't do it justice. We should have just kept Andrew here to explain it. But basically, you've got lumens, which really is more about the brightness of the light, and then you've got candela, which is more about how far the light throws and how it penetrates. So it's two different things, and I really like the way he explains it. It's like horsepower and torque. They're sort of independent of each other. So we've got two on the table here. We have a regular scout light.
They're both scout lights. This is the standard.
Regular scout light, and then a turbo scout light.
So right off the bat, I mean, there's a little size difference, okay? But
the head is different on the turbo.
So this regular scout is 1,000 lumens and 11,000 candela.
Okay.
So
1,000 lumens, 11,000 candela.
The turbo scout is 550 lumens, which I probably wouldn't even sneeze at. I wouldn't even look at a light that was less than 1,000 today. Except for it's 71,000 candela.
So it's a more focused beam. I think I heard Andrew say we're talking about lighting up targets to 500 yards.
So if I light up Brian's shirt, don't look this way because this one's going to bloom out. So this is the standard scout.
Kind of a wider beam throw.
It's a wide beam. You can see it all over them. Well, then here's the turbo. So you can see that it's got a hot spot in the middle.
Yeah, more focused.
Which is kind of what we used to deal with in the old days, and we would try to adjust the beam on the mag lights back in the day, and you try to get that beam to spread out. But what I talked to about Andrew today was, I said, I can totally see the value in this now, because when I go out in my backyard with my standard, because I carry a stiletto, which is 1,000 lumens. When I go out in the backyard and I hear something bump in the night and I light it up,
you can shine it at the camera.
I can't see anything. I can't see the forest for the trees. The leaves, the branches, everything gets in the way because everything lights up. So then you get the Scout, and bam, you can see it's just a tighter
beam.
A tighter beam.
I wonder if you can see the difference. So this is a regular Scout. That's the turbo. Hard to tell on the camera.
Hard to tell on the camera.
But I mean, we can actually see it just here to like shine it down the hallway. So
really cool. Totally worth looking at. Surefire. If you're a hunter, if you shoot night matches, there's a toss-up because this you can see all the targets. This you can see one target.
Right.
But you can also penetrate the dust and the cloud and the smoke.
Another thing that we were discussing is, and something they've seen as kind of a benefit, is with a wider beam throw, you're going to tend to get more splashback on close objects. So shooting around corners, shooting around barricades, those types of things. Whereas a more focused beam, you don't have all the spillover of the light, so you're less likely to get that situation.
You don't get that splashback.
Which can mess up your night vision if you're in a dark situation. So, yeah, I mean, the Surefire lights are, I mean, they're quality. There's no question about that.
Yeah, and if you're old like me and you don't have a stiletto, just for that reading value.
The low light?
The low light is so low, you can barely see it.
Sometimes you don't want all the lumens and all the candelas.
Yeah, you need it just to navigate. And you want to
that's what I have. Is the stiletto is great. Tail cap, you can run it with your thumb like you would in a tactical kind of way.
I have mine set at the 1000 momentary, so it doesn't stay on.
Yeah. So it's a programmable light, and it's also rechargeable, which is super cool.
Yeah, it's cool because when I see that light come on, when it changes from green to red, it means it's dying or orange, and then I just plug it into my truck.
Yeah.
On my dresser.
Yeah.
So it lasts forever.
Yeah, they're great.
It really lasts a long time.
So yeah, guys. I mean, we got Joey says 500 yards. You know, kind of like this whoa face. I carry a stiletto too, but it's not a flashlight.
William said the difference between lumen and candela always threw me off. Thanks for discussing it. So yeah, so William, think about candela as penetration over distance, and lumens as just light brightness.
Yeah.
So the candela is what's throwing it far.
Yeah, and you can get, I hope I'm saying this, guys, right, but what he said is you can get more, you can adjust the focus of the beam through reflectors and different things where you get more candela, right? So if you're trying to shine into the woods, deep into the woods,
right.
You know, a wide beam is going to bounce off a lot of the leaves and trunks of trees and stuff like that. He also said for law enforcement applications, there's some really interesting things with the turbo. Super tinted windows. The wide beam kind of splashes off of it. This really pierces through that type of stuff. So there's
through it. I mean, they should have called it the penetrator. I understand why they didn't, because it just doesn't sound right. But honestly, like when you're trying to shine into a house window or a doorway into a dark building, a lot of that light just splashes off the building.
So let's just compare. Luke is asking, bounce the light off the floor or the ceiling. All right.
You can do it off of here.
Well, you got here, right? Here's here. And then you can see it's more focused.
Yeah, it's definitely more focused.
I don't know if you're going to see it there.
We got a lot of light on us, so it washes out.
Yeah, you can't tell. But pretty cool stuff. So they're in the studio. So yeah, guys, that's about it for us. I mean, a lot of new stuff happening. We got more people coming in next week. So stay tuned. We'll be talking with a bunch of other companies and new products. Huh?
Bloopers.
We also have bloopers. So go check out our YouTube channel. I think it probably posted on Facebook as well. If you didn't see in the last couple of days, we have a latest bloopers video, about 10 minutes of just us messing up on Guns and Gear stuff. So it's pretty funny stuff. Go check that out. We're in the middle of filming Guns and Gear, so new season will kick off 1st of July.
Therefore, there will be new bloopers for another.
We're making new bloopers
season.
Every day here at Gun Talk.
I haven't been as fun with my bloopers lately because I've just been kind of nailing it. But I gotta watch. Michael probably would beg to differ.
You just set yourself up.
Oh man, I know. And my
I'm gonna
man,
have so much stuff to choose from now.
some of my old ones were so good because, man, I kept walking out and saying the wrong thing over and over again.
Well, the worst is when you've been doing it all day long, and down here it starts getting hot this time of year.
Starts?
It's hot all day, and you're just done. Your brain is done, and it's 3, 4, 5 p.m., and you're trying to get through saying, Candela and lumens and the Surefire stiletto, and then your tongue and your mouth it doesn't work anymore. You're just like, I don't even.
No, and you're sweaty, and you're trying not to look sweaty on TV, and you're wiping yourself off, and oh my God.
It's so true.
But it is fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, guys, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. And hey, if you're interested in being a first-person offender, hit us up, info@guntalk.com or chris@guntalk.com. Also, sign up for that giveaway, guntalk.com/win. You might win a Taurus and a new holster. So that's it for us. We'll see you next time on Gun Talk Live. Have a
Bye,
good weekend.
DJ.
Thanks for watching Gun Talk Live. For more great gun content, subscribe to our YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter pages. You can always watch the Gun Talk channels on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon. And of course, you can always find us at guntalk.com. Thanks for watching.